In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how the system is rigged and how the ultra-wealthy use the tape to get even richer. But before we look at the charts, I want to give you some context on who I am. A few years ago, I shared my own pump and dump story on this channel. You can still find that video. Since then, I've spent my time watching the tape and analyzing the charts, just trying to find a way to actually survive these markets. We all see the hype, people selling dreams they know most of us can't afford. They often make more money from our views and overpriced courses than they do from actual trades. Before we get into the data, I've put together a free protocol. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a reality check on what you need to know, how much capital you realistically need, and the patience required to win. It's free at the link in my bio. Now let's get back to why you're here, a recurring pattern of how big money moves wealth behind our backs. Let's look at the facts. On March 23, 2026, the market was dead quiet. But at 6:50 a.m. New York time, a massive footprint appeared. Someone bought $1.5 billion in S&P 500 futures. At that moment, there was no news and no logical reason to buy. Exactly 15 minutes later, the peace talk headlines hit the wires. The market exploded. Someone had a 15-minute head start on the rest of the world. I kept watching. And on April 7th, at 15:45 to 1600 hours Eastern Time, it happened again. But this time, they played it both ways. Look at these numbers. 180,000 S&P contracts were bought, totaling roughly $60 billion. At that exact same minute, 9,000 oil contracts, nearly $1 billion worth, were dumped. They weren't just guessing. They knew the ceasefire was signed. They rotated out of war, assets like oil, and into peace, assets like stocks, a full 90 minutes before the public knew anything. I'm not the only one who noticed the March 23rd trade, but I'm showing you that it just happened again. When $60 billion moves in silence 90 minutes before a headline, it's not a coincidence, it's a pattern. If we trade the news, we are just the exit liquidity for the people who create the news. Audit the tape. Watch the volume. And if you want to see how I filter this noise, grab the protocol in the link below. Let's discuss in the comments. Who do you think was behind these trades? I hope you found this helpful, and I'm looking forward to reading your theories below.